Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Hello, 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 hello. Hello, she said, Anne Marie, K Renee, how you doing? How you doing? Bayou Sugar, how you doing? Yeah, computer's working. You can see my face now. We're gonna let some more folks get up in here. Those that want to see my face, those that just want to hear what I got to say, those that are faithful followers. Deborah Garrett, how you doing? Douglas. Oh, Douglas. 162, how you doing? Glad to see you. We're going to let a few more people get in here. Give me a drink of water. So how y'all been doing today? I just actually got back in. I left here about 12 o'clock and I've been running ever since. I was watching you, K Renee, while I was on the ride going. Whew. It's kind of hard out there trying to peep at the screen every now and then. And I had a whole bunch of big trucks with dirt and rocks on it. They was all around me. And that's the easy way to make me a little upset. They dropping their rocks and hit my vehicle. Okay, so we got 10 people in here. So today, people, is think about it. And I want you to think about what are you holding on to that's holding you back? Think about it. What are you holding on to that's holding you back? There's a lot of things you want to do, a lot of things you want to achieve, but is what holding you back? Uh, like usual, we're gonna use this YouTube. Number one, what is holding you back that you can't perform on YouTube? Or what is holding you, what's making you scared, what making you anxious, what all these different things, what's making you feel that way that it's kind of holding you back. You wanna say I don't want them folks laughing at me. I don't want them talking about me. Hey, whether you're on YouTube and somebody see in the street, somebody laughing at you, somebody talking about you. It's human nature for people. People gonna talk. But we got to stop holding on things that stop us achieving what we want to do and where we want to go. And like I said, this YouTube is one of it, and one of them because there's a lot of people on YouTube, they want to get that check, and there's nothing wrong with that. I look at it too. If you're putting in all your time on YouTube, I think you ought to get something. Number one, they getting paid. Every time you open up this page, whether you talk to somebody, whether you look at somebody else's content, they're getting paid. So you can get paid too. Now, me myself, me and a lot of other people, We don't want to pay. I don't have a problem with folks getting paid. I just got a problem with giving that YT money direct. So like plain and simple, if I'm gonna give you some money or something, you might as well have Cash App up there. I will not send you no money through YouTube. Don't take it personal. I won't join no groups or nothing. It's just not me. I come to realization when I do something for somebody, I want that person to get it. I want them to get all of it, not a portion of it. That's just me. But what's holding you back? Are you seeking self-approval from other folks? Yeah, there's a lot of people here on YouTube, big timers and everything, and you want to be recognized and all that, and it's not about all that. Like I tell anybody, when you come on this YouTube, you have to be yourself. That's the number one thing right there. Be yourself, and you get where you want to be. And this YouTube is just like the garden. You can't rush it. You have to plant it, water it by coming on every now and then, doing shorts, doing live, just putting a video up. That's the same thing. You're watering it. And eventually, this YouTube thing gonna explode for you. And put it in the place of a plant. Hey, I say the fig tree. When the fig tree get them figs on it and the tree is loaded, Lord have mercy. And it's the same thing with YouTube. I'm asking for help with things I don't. Okay. Let me see. I'm gonna get some. I'm asking for help with things I don't know. People say they will help them. You never see them. Still looking for help with technical stuff. Whew. Well, she said, I'm the wrong person to help you with technical stuff. We got a lot of people in the chat. I suggest you hit them up one-on-one. Go to Instagram or go to their page and you can get their email and whatever and hit them up. Joe the Motivator, which is his new name, Motivation Weightlifting Geek. You can go to him. He's a computer guy. Me, the reason I was doing all this running today is because I'm not a computer guy. Monday, my camera stopped working, and I've been messing with this thing all week long, trying to get my camera to come on and all this stuff. I couldn't do it. I talked to the Geek Squad, and they told me what to do, and they said, download this program and do this, and I did everything they told me, but I couldn't get it going on. So today I had to run out, and I went to Best Buy, and I went up there, and I gave him the computer, told him what my problem was and everything. And he was on here for about a good minute and a half, just hitting keys and all that stuff and going through. And next thing you know, camera working. I did everything he told me to, but I couldn't. So just be patient. And there's a bunch of people in here you can hit up that has that computer knowledge. Yeah, I was computer savvy back in the 90s and the early 2000s because I did a lot of stuff for the church and all that stuff, and I was on it, but I stopped doing it for a while and I kind of lost all that knowledge. Everything I do now, I do just to get me by. Okay, Fresh and Fire Backyard, you driving, be safe driving. Hello, everyone in chat. Grace Gaines, how you doing? She said the Education Natural can help. That's right. The Educated Natural. If you hit her up on her email or I don't know whether she have IG or not, but if you hit up either one of them, Educated Natural, she most definitely can help you because she gave a semi class yesterday about something on the computer. She said a whole bunch of stuff. I was listening and a few things I wrote down. And I guess when I decide to start getting moderators and everything, I most definitely start using it. Okay. Like I was saying, what's holding you back from doing what you want to do? That's here on YouTube, and that's in life. Think about what's holding you back. A lot of people, they hold themselves back because you look at somebody else instead of looking at yourself. One thing that we should do every morning when you get out that bed, look in the mirror. How you doing, J3GS Farms? But you use your name, not mine. How you doing? You're gonna have a good day today. You don't have to worry about nobody else. This is your world, and you're gonna make it prosper for you. You're gonna be worried about you. You're gonna put yourself on that pedestal that you can do what you need to do. Don't depend on other people. Depend on yourself. Encourage yourself to get where you need to be. Do you want to dictate your content and how you run your channel in exchange for help? Well, the thing to it is, I don't think nobody should try to run your channel. If they're going to help you, it should be sincere help. And another thing to that is, once they help you and they're still trying to run your channel and everything, they gave you what you need, let them go. You run your channel the way you want to run it. That's it. Harry Declare 38, how you doing? Prosperous to all. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Now back to it. We don't need to seek approvals of others. Now, one of my first videos, and back in the day, I think this was in 2018, 2019, one of them, when I made my very first video and I was scared and everything. And I was watching people do their videos, and everybody always said, Lead Farmer made me do it. It was in the garden and everything. And they said, Lead Farmer made me do it. And I said, no. I got on there and I said, Lead Farmer didn't make me do it. It was something that I like doing. I had a truckload of fruit, and a few plants on the back of my truck. And I told him, Lead Farmer didn't make me do it. I did it because I liked it. I felt good, and it's something I wanted to do. And plus, also, I got I think I got 18 blueberry bushes. 18 blueberry bushes in the pot. And all I paid was, I think it was $8, something like that. I got the plants for $1 each. I'll tell the box store, I said, what you gonna do with this dead stuff? It ain't all the way dead. You got a few on there that's dead. So what you gonna do with this dead stuff? I got it for a little nothing. But and seeking approval. No, you don't have to seek nobody else's approval. Approve yourself. Approve yourself. None of these people here on this YouTube is in your house. They don't know how you live and what you're doing and whatever. You have to approve yourself. If you make yourself happy, you can do whatever you need to do. Grace, you said my last name a little close to the correct way. Let me see. J3 just said my last name a little close to the correct way of saying it. Some people want to put a R in it. It's pronounced just like that famous catsup Heinz, except with a G. Grace Gaines. Either. I just call you Grace. But if me calling your name wrong is stopping you from achieving your goals, hey, just tell me call you sis. We'll be good. What? Wow, that was a good price. Yeah, yeah. And that's when I said Led didn't make me do it because it's something that I want to do. Okay, I'm up. Now, like I said, seeking other approval. Don't try to seek nobody approval. Don't try to be like nobody. Now, if I shave all this off and everything, and I get a haircut and everything, you couldn't tell the difference between me and my son, other than me having the glasses on. I don't get nobody approval for nothing. I go whatever horse I get on, I make sure it's my horse. If I treat my horse right and feed him and train him the way, my horse would be a racehorse as well as everybody else. Sweet Thumbs, how you doing? Good to see you, bro. Okay, I'll call you Grace, and it don't stop you. All right. And Miss Harriet, I'm glad you think about it. And that's the whole thing right here. No matter what in life, you need to think about it. I tell my grandchildren all the time, think about it. I tell my wife, think about it too, but I have to say it in a different way. She might take it the wrong way. When I think about what you're doing, one, think about it. So I got to do it a different way. You know how y'all women are. Another now, even here on YouTube, we can't shift the blame on other people's. That we take and we hold ourselves back because we pushing the blame on somebody else. You might have got on YouTube and somebody said something that you didn't like, so therefore you're not getting on YouTube anymore. Don't put the blame on nobody else. Accept the blame. If you did something wrong, hey, I apologize. I'm sorry. I'm going forward. Don't let nothing stop you from doing the things that you want to do or you need to do. Uh, Tamika Davis, how you doing? The retired gardener, how you doing? What we talking about today? What are what are holding you back on that you? What are you holding on to that's holding you back? What are you holding on to? What are them little things in your head that's stopping you from doing the things that you really need to do that you can achieve on YouTube and in life? What's holding you back? Harry. I have learned about myself. I love to meet and achieve a challenge. Led's challenge moved me to action. That's right. That's right. That's one of the good things. Led put a lot of challenges out there, and them challenges he put out there, it make you think, it make you move. That's it, plain and simple. It's gonna make you think or it's gonna make you move. Homestead Rachel, I have never been a follower. That's a good thing right there. That's a good thing. Even in this on this worldly stage that we're on, I've been in many places where somebody expect you to do like they do. I'm not that type of person. A good example, the last job I was on, I didn't fit in. I didn't fit in because I did not do the things that they do. Uh, Good example, some of the fellas that had the rank and up when young ladies was walking the door to come to work, they'll be sitting behind the counter and they actually, I bet you I get that one before you do. I bet I get that one before you do. I bet I get that one. I didn't do that. I didn't like doing the stuff they do. When they start doing that stuff, I walk away. And they look at me like there's a problem. No, I don't treat women like a piece of meat. I don't do that. My mother taught me how to respect men, women, and all, and that's what I'm gonna do. Odom Somstead, how you doing, bro? Be Rich, how you doing? Y'all hanging here with me for just a minute. But I'm talking about today is what's holding you back. We gotta get ourselves in a position where things stop holding us back. Actually, I got two topics for tonight, but the first one is what you holding on to that's holding you back. We gotta stop. We gotta stop. We gotta stop letting other people dictate us in the way that we need to be and want to be. I'm on an island by myself. I put it that way. I'm not going to go with the crowd. I'm not going to follow somebody and I see and I know that it's wrong what they're doing. I'm not that type of person. My mother never taught me to be a follower, and that's what I'm leaving it at. Even in the military, I never was a follower. I had lieutenants that used to get upset with me because now you just came in the military, you went to school, they gave you some rank. Me, I've been through the trenches. So yeah, I'm gonna listen to you. But if I see a situation where you telling us to do something and I know that it's wrong, hold up, Lieutenant. Hold up. You need to rethink this, or you need to go talk to the first sergeant. Hey, if you want these stripes, whatever, you can get it, but you're gonna rethink this before we do what we need to do. That's just me. Content creator. I look forward to seeing you and the other content creators because of the wisdom and knowledge with understanding that you share with us. Miss Harriet, that is true. There's a bunch of content creators on here that has that knowledge. One thing about YouTube, you have to learn. If you come on here and you just watch it and you don't learn anything, it's not benefiting you. You might as well go watch TV. But if you can come to YouTube and watch something and learn something from somebody, you can watch Odom's Homestead and you can learn about figs, learn about the different figs, learn how to take care of figs, and you good. Same thing. Food forest permaculture, same thing. You get on these different, you come on, watch these different channels. You never garden before. You're a beginning gardener. You don't learn a little bit from everybody. Now you can do your garden the way that you want to do because you got their knowledge and plus the knowledge that you gain. Now you can experiment yourself and make it the way you want to make it. So that's one of the things about holding you back. Hey, you here learning from us? Trust me, we are learning from each other. We are all learning from each other. Ghetto, how you doing? Food Forest Permaculture, how you doing? How you doing? Like I said, we're learning from each other constantly. Brugie Prepper, how you doing, sis? Glad to see you. Think about it, think about it, think about it. Sometime when we so-called resting and everything, there's a whole bunch of things to think about. Like I told someone before, the best sleep and the best sleep I had out of 62 years is when I turned 58. Because my mind stopped spinning like a wheel. It stopped spinning. And I had 3 weeks of sleeping good and everything. For 3 weeks, I could go to bed at 8 or 9 o'clock. I wake up at 6. But then, when I turned 6 months after my 58th birthday, everything went back. It seemed like it was a reset. And my mind started going again. Hey, truthfully, today I only had an hour and a half sleep, and I got back up with my grandson and start doing it again. Robbins Murphy, how you doing? Regenerative Life Wayne, how you doing, bro? Whole new perspective, how you doing, sis? We're talking today. What are you holding on to that's holding you back? A lot of things hold people back. Those that actually interfere with your life, holding you back, those thoughts, those memories, even people. But then you got to set that aside. You got to do what's best for you. And like I said, A lot of people are being held back on this YouTube. Good example, Shani 3000. Now I asked her a few months back to come on on the jump off and everything. She was scared. But one thing today is she got on today and did her first live. I turned to it, but I couldn't watch it. I was in the middle of traffic and traffic was going too fast and everything. I couldn't watch it. I had to turn it off. I had to put me some music on to keep me in track with all that traffic and everything out there. But see, hey, she overcame and she did her first live today. I'm happy for her and congratulations to her. Old Fart, welcome in, welcome in. I'm gonna drop the link in case anybody want to come up, because I want to know some things that are holding you back and how you're gonna step above it, kick it to the curb, do like the dog when the dog did his bit, he just take and kick some dirt on it and keep going. We got to do the same thing. And y'all can see me now because my camera is working. It's been out for a whole week, but today my camera is working. So y'all can come on up and we can do this together. Like I said, seeking others' approval and shifting the blame on other people, we ain't gonna do it. We gotta set a goal and we gotta stick to that goal that we want to achieve. We can't let nobody deter us from that goal. We have to. Earth and Howie coming up. How you doing, Howie? Earthling?
Whoa, great days, kind sir. How are you?
All right, and you?
Well, I'm doing all right. You had a good question. What you're doing to change your YouTube status to propel yourself forward? So I just have a quick thing to say if it's okay.
Okay, let's have a quick thing.
Okay, the quick thing is October 1st. I'm going to simulate an earthquake here on Vancouver Island. So I'll be living outside with what I can scavenge from my house. So that'll be like a kind of reinvigorating a new YouTube channel, but it'll be the same one. What I do every day, like cleaning myself, to go hunting, fishing, gather berries, see what's in the food for us, what I can scavenge from the house. It's a simulation. I'm going to try to stay outside for as long as I can during the winter. Should be interesting.
So it'll be winter there where you at then, huh?
I'm sorry?
Where you located at? You said it'd be
I'm on
winter.
southern Vancouver Island near British Columbia, close to Seattle. I'm 2-hour boat ride from Seattle.
Okay.
So it's the Cascadia fault line that we're on a lot, that runs along the coast. You have the San Andreas one down California way, right? But I'm just going to show. I'm changing towards where, how do you live day to day without going to the grocery store, without electricity, without running water. So last week I dug a spring. I usually clean the spring up every 2 years. I dug a well in the spring. So I'm showing now how to put the biochar, the the charcoal and the pumice stone above the spring where it surfaces before it gets to the water catchment. So it's clean water for you. There's no protozoa in it like microsporidia or giardia or something that make you sick, like beaver fever. So these things are going to clean the water prior. Normally, if the earthquake happens, you wouldn't have that chance, but I just happen to have a little bit more knowledge than the next guy. No, I'm not saying I'm more knowledgeable, but I've lived outside before for 11 years. So I'm just going back to the way I was when I was a kid, right?
Okay. So
it should be fun.
Yeah, it sounds like it'd be fun. Go ahead and drop your link in the chat so folks can find it, and we can keep up with that. It's the Earthling Howie. Is that your channel?
No, Food Forest Permaculture is my channel. I teach people to make soil and then plant a forest.
You look familiar. I knew you look familiar.
Plant a forest of food. So I don't know, I've got a few thousand people on YouTube that follow me, and I have about 100 students on the island here and on the mainland. that
Okay.
follow the pathway. Soil bank. Soil's made in layers. You have to make soil if you want to grow food, because the soil's deficient in this or excess in that, or whatever your issue is. It's too clay, too sandy. So pathway soil bank solves that problem.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Any
Okay.
questions before I fly off to my realm again there?
No, that's understandable. You're gonna make it work. You're gonna live on the land, plain and simple. You're gonna live on the land for a little while, and you're gonna make a video of it, I'm sure, so that we can see and learn from it.
I'll be going live on 1 or 2 hours every morning. And that's that, whether I'm on StreamYard or just live on YouTube, just to show what I've done the day before, talk about the measure of the day, the measure of the week, and then measure of the month. And hopefully, if I make it through the winter outside, the measure of the winter experience. Maybe it'll give you a good idea, like, in every home, there's a shower curtain that can act as a poncho, right? Something
Yeah,
like that,
but
something easy, a
I'm
little
not.
thing
I'm
like that
not
might
friends with.
save you some hardship, right?
I'm not friends with cold weather. I hate cold weather.
I'm not a friend either. I'm with you. But I have 3 propane tanks full, because I am a bit of a prepper. Well, I guess a lot of a prepper, but and then I have a firewood pile, and I'm on natural gas here, and I have electricity, but I won't be using those things. And then I'm just going to use what I've grown in the food forest, and I'll go clamming at night in the night tides and catch crab and some bottom ground fish and stuff like
All
that. It
right.
should be
All
fun.
right. I'm gonna look forward to it. All right, everybody. The food forest permaculture right here. He's gonna show us what it is in the cold, how to
Yeah,
survive in the cold.
I mean, I could drag out my generator and have the TV going and everything else, right? But I'm not going to do that. I'm going to stick with just what the average person might or may not have on hand.
Right.
So it just to show like how people are unprepared. So
Right.
I won't be running to the store for my coffee beans or
No.
anything like that.
That's
I'll have
because everybody is not a prepper. Everybody's not a prepper, but you try to
no.
be prepared.
And the message that I'm giving out over this winter is that take care of your village and your community and your
Yes.
family and your
Yes.
friends and your people you go to church with, or people you just say hello to every day. They might need your help one day. You see?
That's true. That's true.
Yeah. So blessings to everybody. And Bougie Prepper is I love that channel. She's
Yes.
my good friend. Take care. Good seeing you.
You
I'll
too,
be in
bro.
chat for a little bit.
All right. I
And
enjoy you. Have a good one now.
you as well. It was lovely chatting with you. Thank you kindly for having me up here.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right. Have a good one. Old fart, how you doing? I got to catch up on this fella right quick. RX Snells, how you doing? Whole new perspective. How you doing? Regenerative life with Wayne. I think I said hello to you already, but I learned okay. J3GS, I learned to let go of all things in the past, from the materialistic, decluttering, and being a non-minimalist. I have to think of new ways of doing things, which also mean letting go of some old friends. Yes, it is. That's true. Old friends is something that'll hold you back too. You got to let go of your old friend. I tell my kids, I said, now, the friends that you had in middle school, there's no guarantee they're going to be your friends in high school. When you graduate high school, the friends you had in high school, if there's 100 of them, you might stay in contact with 2 or 3, but they're not going to be your friends they were when you're in high school. You got to let people go for a certain situation. All the people that I socialized with, that I was with in school, when I became married and everything, I didn't socialize with the people anymore. Yes, they're my friends, but we didn't socialize. You got to let folks go. Honey Slanger. Buddha of Destiny. Buddha of the Destiny. How you doing? Hello again, Bougie Prepper. Trying to catch up with the chat right quick. Sweet Thumbs, how you doing, bro? Learning to grow your own. How you doing? Okay, I believe I'm caught up now. But we're talking about what are you holding on to that's holding you back? And as I started was a lot of it got to do with YouTube, a lot of other people. And as Regina said, he had to let some friend go, let stuff go. He became a minimalist instead of having some everything. He just want to keep it to the bare minimum. Enjoy the food forest you have me with the crab legs. Okay. Hold on, and then cut every off at 2015. Buddha, I cut everyone off in 2015. All right. And if that's what it takes for you to keep your mind clear and do what you need to do, that's what you do. True indeed. Let's go and agree. And I understand what you said right there, Buddha, too. I have some family that I actually let go. I don't deal with them. If I see them, I'll say hello, and as far as we go. And then some I don't even say hello to. If they got that bad energy, I don't mess with them. Drop the link in there. Anybody else want to come up? And another thing too, and especially with the way times are right now, neglecting your health. Now, this right here is going to hit a lot of men. This is going to hit a lot of men more than women. Rio's Family Garden, how you doing, sis? Us men neglect our health because we say we the man. We neglect ourselves. We neglect. I got to be the man for my family. I got to always be 100% for the family. That's not true. When I had all my animals out here and I couldn't make it outside, my wife, she put her shoes on. She go out there, feed the goats. She feed the dogs, feed the chickens. She did everything that I do because I couldn't do it. But no, good example. This week I hurt my leg. I fell off my bike, and my leg was like a ham ready for Thanksgiving. It was that swollen, and I kind of did the stuff that like I usually do, but I know I couldn't do too much because when I stand up, when I walk, it hurt my leg. So I still try to play that man role, but I know I couldn't do everything I do. My wife, plain and simple, she look at me sometime and she just shake her head and just go do it. Hey, a wife know when they got to step in and when they don't have to step in as well. Shani 2003, how you doing, sis? I started to watch it, but I had to let you go because I was in too much traffic. But I will catch the replay. And I also use this for example too, because I asked you a while back about coming on the jump off, and you didn't come. But look at you now. You done did your first live by yourself. Hey, I'm proud of you, girl. Just want to stop by. It's 12:42 a.m. where I'm at. I'm hitting the sack now. All right, get some sleep. Whole new perspective. Thanks for coming in. Uh-oh. Yeah, excuse me for wiping my nose and everything. Let me see. I don't need y'all looking at me and seeing stuff falling up out my nose. I'm off every Friday now. Weekend schedule. Well, we can do that, Shani. We could do that. It'd be something for you to think about. And another subject, like I said, the first subject was What are you holding on to that's holding you back? That's the first subject. And the second subject that I want to talk about, do we have control of technology or do it have control of us? Something to think about. We know what the other folks want to do, but just think about it. Me, myself, that big old TV right there, I haven't watched TV in over a year and something now. Almost 2 years I haven't watched TV. But I've been on my computer. I'm always on my phone. So, do we have control of technology because we turn it off and on? Or do technology have control of us? Because we always want to put this phone in our hand. We always want to be on this computer. Cassandra South Fulgarton, how you doing, sis? Shakendra, how you doing, sis? Who has control of who? We know that the big folks that make all the stuff, we know that they have agenda. And hey, who's controlling who? Are we controlling this equipment, or is this equipment controlling us? Is technology controlling us? Because you know right now your phone is old and you got to get a new phone, and it's going to cost you $2,000 to get a decent phone that you want. So who's controlling who? And then the bad thing about one thing I hate is you got a brand new phone. 2 days after you got it, it's time to refresh it, time to update stuff. It seems like every week your phone is updating. So if you got a phone with 1 terabyte of memory, if you constantly updating, one thing I notice is you always update your phone. They send this message, you got to update your phone. Okay, you just updated your phone. What about this information that you had on there before? Does it delete it? Or is it just some more information that's just stacked on your phone? So when you update it, you got 3 gigs that's the old, and so they upgraded your phone, and now you got 5. So that's 8 gigs right there that's just being stuffed up there. So your phone is constantly getting used, and you're not using it. When it update, it's not releasing that other information. All that information is still there, just piling on top and piling on top. So who's controlling who? Because you just bought this phone on Monday, and now it's Thursday, and you need a whole new phone. Your phone telling you, it done told you had to update it so many times, and then when you don't update it, $9.95. We can extend your memory for $9.95. We'll give you 5 more gigs. But then we got a whole bunch of people on here that YouTubes that like to do videos of their garden. They like to take pictures of their family, kids, and everything. All this is stacking up on their phone. So 5 gigs ain't much. But then next month, they're going to hit you again with it, $9.95 for another 5 gigs. 5 gigs of storage ain't that much, especially when you're doing all this stuff on your phone. Who's controlling who? For the most part, technology has control over us. Say it again, girl. For the most part, technology has control over us. But Wayne says, I am learning to have control of technology, but learning to build DIY projects using technology to make it more easier for me to grow food and build new systems to grow food and do solar. Yes. We have to use technology to beat technology. We use these technical things. We're using solar. We're using aquaponics and all this stuff. You might have a room in the back where you got special lights and all this other stuff in the room. This room, nobody allowed to go in there but you because this is your little garden inside the house. It's cold outside and you want to grow some stuff, but the room is, you got the room set up the way you want to, or you got this little building set up the way you want to. Jenny Wayne said he's using technology to beat technology. If we want to admit it or not, technology is controlling us. Whether we want to admit it or not, technology is controlling us. Because now I remember back in the day, since a lot of folks say I'm the oldest man on YouTube, I remember back in the day, technology, it didn't control us because we only had 3 channels. And if you go to UHF, you can get probably 3 more channels, but it's fuzzy. You just got it. You got to strain to see it. Technology wasn't a problem for us back then because we were too uneducated to know about computers and stuff, as they would say. But now we got computers in everything and everywhere. For me, technology has control over me because I rely on it for everything. Bayou Sugar. For me, technology control over me because I rely on it for everything. No, I will not rely on technology for everything. I know a lot of people got technology in their homes and everything. Siri, turn on the TV. Siri, turn the light out. Siri, dim the light. Siri, turn the fan on. Siri, start the fireplace. Not me. I refuse to do it. My TV right here, I looked at it good. I want, if they had a camera inside the TV, I want to see it because I'm gonna cover it up. They might hear it, but they won't see. I take a flashlight, I go to my TV and I shine it. I look where the camera's supposed to be at. I look. I put my flashlight and I look. I don't want nobody looking at me or nothing unless I tell you can look at me. New Orleans Gardner, how you doing? I'm currently using technology to build a aquaponic system in one of my grow tents in the garage, powered all by solar. We'll even add cameras and timers and so forth. I think technology only control people. Right. Technology will control people if you let it control you. I know that's a hard thing saying not letting technology control you, but techno is out here everywhere. You just gotta be careful how you use it and how it uses you. Now, I used to have a phone in my house. There's no phone in the house now because due to the cell phones. Everybody saying hello. Buddha, I used to be walking phone. Bayou Shug. I used to be a walking telephone book, but now I can't remember my own phone number. I check my phone to get the number. Well, you know what? Truly, back in the day, we had the yellow page and we had the white pages. I haven't seen a telephone book in a good while. I have not seen a telephone book in a good while. And I used to see the one online when you start looking up somebody, it would give you that phone book online. They don't even get a phone book on now. Everything just pops up. But you got to learn. You got to learn. If you don't know no number, you got to learn your number and you children number and your mother and father too. And the great technology is taking over a lot of people's jobs. Technology is taking over a lot of people's jobs. We better learn how to grow something, and I'll try. This is true. Now, a lot of, even though back then when we were watching TV, when I was watching TV, they had all the commercials where the computer is welding the cars, making the cars, and doing everything, doing the electronic motherboards and all this stuff for vehicles and all that. Back then, it was just showing us and telling us, but now it's in reality. But what do you got to do? You got to control it. We got computers that's going to do some everything, but when it comes to us, we have to be technology of our own. Yes, start your garden. Survival counts on you, not technology. Especially if you're not a prepper. A prepper, they're going to have a whole bunch of technology. They're going to have what's the name of them shields that they put up so that the electric don't kill all their stuff? All that stuff. Hey, technology. Been doing videos for 30 years, never wanted to be on camera with the skill set and tools I had at my disposal. It was never a reason for me to work for anybody. I just did not want the exposure. Sweet thumbs. Let me hip you on something. If you got driver's license, you're in the system. Because your picture's on the driver license, and that driver license going some everywhere. Information about you is some everywhere. And then again, like, hey, you got lights in your house, all the stuff that if you got a bank account, all this information about you, it's out there. And a few of them got your pictures. When you walk into the bank, there's cameras. It got your picture. Even when you walk into the electric company now, they got a camera up there, it taking your picture. You go in the supermarket, you go in the Wally World, and you go to the self-checkout. There's a camera right there in your face. If you didn't scan something, it goes to flash and all that. Somebody run over, see what's going on. It's out there now. Yeah, everybody will be a brand. Why is everybody? Technology only control people who fail. Okay, let's see what you say, Wayne. Technology only control people who fail to use it for their benefit. It is how I see it. Technology has always been here. It's just advanced now, and the problem is folks have not changed with it. That's true. You have to use technology to your benefit. But now, Wayne, I'm a little older than you are. You may be younger than me. I didn't grow up with computers and all this other stuff. I remember when I got my first cell phone, my son is the one that helped me with my phone. I didn't know nothing about it other than picking it up and say hello. But my son is the one that actually did everything for my phone. And I think he was what? I think my son was in between 10 and 13. I didn't know nothing about it. When I learned about computers back in school, it's totally different from now. I think they were talking about DBase and all that. It's totally different than now. Kids are, I was gonna say, kids come out their mama belly with computer knowledge and everything now. My grandson, one here that's pretty smart, I bought him a computer and he was 3 years old. He did what he needed to do. He was starting school and everything, and he know more about the computer than me. I just sat down and say basics, but other than that, he put me to shame. That's why. Okay. J3Just, that's why I'm here now. I realize it's not getting away from me, so I'm falling into it. I hate to feed the beast, but it's gonna eat. True enough. Like Regina said, we got to use it to our benefit. We have to use this technology to our benefit. Let it do what we want it to do, not let it control us, but we got to control it. Sweet thumbs, I'll be able to put face to the voice instead of thumbs. Okay. So that was my second piece right there, is about technology controlling us or we controlling it. And Regenerative Wayne said it best. Let's use this for our benefit. We know that Big Brother gonna have some of everything about us on this computer, but we need to use this for our benefit. J3, I'm 54. I remember we didn't have computers until I got in junior high. The old Commodore, that Apple came out later. Remember my first cell phone in the late 90s? We only had pagers. Yes. I love my pager because they page me, I get a little message, and that's it. That was it. But they got rid of the pages and the cell phone came up. The pager technology, I love that because they just type a little thing in. My wife, she said, "Where you at?" Or she said, "I'm gone. When you come home," something like that. It wasn't a whole bunch of stuff coming on there. Just a little pager. You get that little message and keep going. But if you don't know any technology, it behooves you to learn some technology. It behooves you. If you got this computer right here, like I said, my camera went out. It's been out all week. And I had to go see the people in Best Buy for them to get my camera work. And I asked the guy, I said, "Show me what you did." He said, "No problem." He said, "I went here and I saw him doing the typing and everything because he did it right in front of me." I said, "Show me what I need to do. If my camera go out again, show me what I need to do." And he did it. He showed me everything I need to do. If my camera go out, he showed me what I need to do. So, hey, I learned something today. Here, okay. By you should garden. I'm still trying to figure out how. By you should. I'm still trying to figure out how to never show my face. Well, Sweet Thumbs, you can come on YouTube, and depending on who it is, as long as they know who you are, you don't have to show your face. That same avatar you got right there, that avatar can show the whole time as long as the host know who you are. And then again, if it's your live, the avatar right there can come up and you could do the talking and everything. They won't see you, but folks can recognize your voice. Homestead Rachel, how did we survive in the 60s and 70s with no cell phone? You know how we survived? Everybody wasn't calling your house unless it was somebody calling for your parents. And if it's after school time, you know your boyfriend gonna call between 5 or 6. They know they can't call after you go to bed. And the telephone was always in the kitchen on the wall, and you had an extra long cord. If you need to talk in private, you take it and you go in another room, but the phone is still in the kitchen. Phone stayed in one spot. And us kids, we didn't do much talking on the phone. In the 60s and 70s, I don't even remember if it was raining or if it was snowing. That's basically the only time I was in the house. I was 5 and 6 years old, and folks looking for me. I'm outside doing my own thing. I was outside selling firecrackers at the age of 6. But hey, we did it. We did it. These kids here are more advanced than we are in technology, and hey, they're going crazy with it. I know it's some pics out there, but I did not put them there. That's true enough. That's true enough. And here in the States, they don't show it as much, but in China, every corner if you're walking, every corner you see. When I went to Korea back in the day, there was cameras out there when I was in Korea. They were still behind time, but when you go to Seoul and you were walking down the street, you saw cameras up there. And this was back in the 80s. What amazed me is I know about technology than some of these young folks call. I take the time out to learn it people. Learn it people. I'm not scared of it. I embrace it. Now it's here. AI is here and staying here to stay. That's it. Plain and simple. AI ain't going nowhere. Artificial intelligence, it ain't going nowhere. It's going to be here with us now until the end of time. You got some people that got some money, and they really ain't gonna run nothing. Everything is ran by the computers. They'll have somebody program it, or have somebody put something in, or they'll talk to it and, hey, computer, go check on my store in Savannah. They're in the Bahamas somewhere. Check on my store in Savannah. True enough, it's not that serious, but hey, we got to take and deal with technology. Look what happened with this UAW auto big strike. It's because the AI, they bring in robots to replace all these factory jobs. These workers will lose their job no matter in a future. True. With AI, folks losing their job left and right. So it comes to the point is, now another thing about that is all these people that's programming AI, I think the AI is surpassing them. The movie that Will Smith made back in the 90s, iRobot, reality, they was telling us the truth then, but now we actually see it. This is why the casinos are in big trouble now. Yeah. They're in trouble because they got AI and they be cheating and taking folks' money, plain and simple. You goes on strike and it's given in time to clean up for the robots. Yeah, that's it. We go on strike and the robots do their thing. Hands in the dirt. How you doing, bro? We here talking about technology now. Do technology control us, or do we control technology? Well, it was Frugal Mama. How you doing, sis? Other topic earlier was what's holding you back from doing what you want to do? Plain and simple. Precious Pieces, how you doing? Thanks for stopping in. The link is in the chat if you want to talk about AI. You can help us. If you know about it, you can help us out and give us the right mind that we need to be into. Because like Like I said, AI is not going anywhere. Look, folks, okay. Look, folks, robots don't need big hour salaries. They don't need health care, time off, and so forth. This means huge savings and profits for those companies who produce all products from cars to computers. I got one problem with that, Wayne. If I don't have a job, how can I buy a car? How can I buy a computer? We're going to have to get money somehow for us to buy all the stuff that these computers are making. Yeah, computers going to put a lot of people out of a job. But we need money to buy the stuff that they're making so they can make money. Black Guns and Garden, how you doing, bro? Talking about the AI. What we going to do, people? Are we going to fall in line? Are we going to fight it? Are we going to do our own thing? Nicole Reese, how you doing? That's one of the things about living off grid is because you don't want AI to control what you do. But at some point, even those that live off grid, they're going to have something to do with AI one way or another. And well, realistically, they do. They off grid, but they got computers, they got phones. No matter what we do, where we go, AI is going to have something to do with it. Facts, but as long as they can still afford to stay connected, that probably all that matters. That's it. I was AOL in the early 90s. I realized I was talking to bots back then. They have had 30 plus years to work on it in the background. True that. And pretty sure they've been working on it longer than that. Well, that's the thing right there. I want to tickle your mind because I want you to think about it. You got to think about what's going on. AI. Hey. You are right. They are predicting 50 to 100 million jobs will be lost due to AI. The big shift is already happening right now. There will be increased poverty and crime coming. True enough. True enough. And I believe that's one of the reasons I'm here in Georgia. And that's one of the reasons I believe that fella signed that bill for everybody to get a gun. So we kill each other off. And I think about it all the time. One bad thing about it is they give us all these guns to kill each other, but they fail to realize they're not going to live forever. All the stuff that's going on, all these folks that buying up land and doing all this, they're not going to live forever. Ghetto, how you doing? How you doing?
How you doing, brother?
All good. I ain't complaining.
All right, me neither. You know, I'm doing good too. I just got there. I've been listening to you, but I've been pressure washing my pool and getting everything, you know, ready to be put away for the winter time. I mean, you saying they won't live forever, man. I mean, you know, demons and transhumanism, and I mean, you know, that's some real stuff.
Well, the thing to it is you got folks thinking they're gonna live forever. You could take your
Right.
mind, you could take your mind and put it in computer. You're gonna be dead. That don't mean you live.
Oh, I agree. I definitely agree. I definitely
And
agree.
that's what I'm pretty sure some people thinking like that. We didn't
Right,
see
right.
it. We didn't see it in the movies years and years ago, and it's just taking effect now.
Mm-hmm. That's because they knew it existed years ago. But I definitely agree with you. I think people are under the impression that AI is just robots as well. Uh, AI has been controlling our society for quite some time now. They're the ones that control social medias. So when you get
Right.
on Facebook and you sitting there watching a story or reading, watching a video, reading or whatever, the comments that you are getting is AI generated to aim it towards you. So if I'm like, let's say I'm an ultra Democrat, right? All I'm gonna see on Facebook is all these people that agree with me and all this other stuff, depending on the video, right? And then
Right.
if I'm Republican all over here, they're gonna do a whole bunch of stuff that agrees with me, depending on the video. Now through the 2020 stuff, the ELECT, I can't say the word because they be messing with people now.
Mhm.
But through that process, and there's studies out there that shows that they did it, but they put us against each other. They basically um, they put us against each other when it came to the voting, with all the stuff. Um, so if you were one way, you're reading, and basically what it's doing is AI has been controlling our emotions and our
Mhm.
feelings and directing our mind to believe in certain things. So it goes beyond the robots, man. I'm not too scared about the robot. Shoot, you give me a robot, I got a paintball gun. You know what I mean? How they gonna do anything to me if they can't see me? I mean,
Hey,
they're little cameras and infrared and all that. I'll be able to block it.
hey,
It's the internet, man. It's the all these platforms that we're on. That's truly what AI is controlling. The
true.
fact when the fact when you call your kids at school, or maybe not your kids at school, but anywhere, you're actually most companies you're talking to an AI and they're sounding like a straight human being.
Yeah,
So many different aspects to it is basically my point than just the robots. You know what I mean? You
right.
say AI, people's like, oh, Terminator. Granted, that's happening, but they rather control our mind first. The devil wants our mind so he can, try to dig down, get deep into our soul. They're not trying to just come out here and smoke us with a bunch of Terminators. They want us to bow down through our minds first.
True. Uh, Let me hit this up. Homesteader Rachel. I'm going to try to do my own thing. I'm trying to get my entire family in gardening and being self-sufficient.
Yes.
And if that happened, Rachel, you went up. You went up.
Yeah.
Because
It,
no matter how much you tell your family, there's one or two in your family that you just listen to them preppers, you just this and you just that. But when they want to eat, they're gonna find you.
yeah, right. That's the only thing. That's honestly the only thing we can do to combat the system right now. You know what I mean? We got God for the dark side, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you stay prayed up and you keep God in your life. You're gonna be able to fight the devil. But the people on earth that are being controlled by the devil, or however the system works, right? The only way that we can combat that is by making it to where we're not a part of the system.
Right. Anyone who has been in the military has seen AI first. The military is the first always to use it for weapons and military equipment. This is when I was exposed to technology. Yes, that's a fact.
Hmm.
That is a fact.
Kind of gets your mind wandering, J3. Ever since we went to the quote unquote went to the moon, whether you believe it or not, ever since that time period, technology has just advanced so fast.
Yeah,
It's,
we weren't meant to stay in one state of mind. And the only
wow.
problem is this state has been running faster than our minds. We're
Yeah.
kind of like catching up to it now, but advanced so quick, faster than a heartbeat.
Right. And now think about if they didn't give us all those movies and TV shows to help numb us down a little bit to all the technology, because they've been had this for a long time,
Right.
but they had to dumb down society to accept it. You know what I mean? But back in the '90s, I didn't think I was going to be talking to somebody live. You know what I mean, on a video in a different state or a different country. That that's still
Well,
it get
in the 90s, we had computers and stuff, and we talked email or we talked what was that stuff? It's been so long.
I mean, all you rich folks did. I hear you. I hear you though.
I built my very own computer. My very first computer I built myself.
Nice.
Yeah,
I did too.
I had a friend that had a motherboard, and he said, "You can have it." I bought everything else and made my own computer for the first time. After that, I started buying them. It was too difficult for me, but it worked when I made it, but it was too difficult.
Yeah, that's what I did. Like I'll say 2008, 2009. I was late to the game in the '90s. I mean, I was a teenager, so really, I wasn't about computers. Shoot, I should have been, but
Well, basically 90s when the computers actually boomed out.
Right.
Because I had a Commodore too. And
there you go.
Hey, I bought my son a Commodore. I think we just left Germany or something, and I think I just left Germany. I bought him a computer, and I think my son was 2 years old when we left Germany.
Ooh, hey, okay.
He played with it. That's all I can say. He played with it, but hey, that's why he the one who taught me how to use my phone when I got it. That's right, Commodore 64.
Mm-hmm.
Casson 55, how you doing, sis? Better late than never.
Yeah. I mean, I don't fear technology neither. It's the people around me that believe it so much that there's no other way. You know what I mean? Whether they read a headline on the news, even if you show them ample enough proof to say, hey, man, what they're saying right here is not correct. And if I'm incorrect, please show me your research to help me learn. But it's like people just read headlines now. You know what I mean? But it all stems back down to one, is my point. It all stems down to the AI.
Right. Well, even though we got AI here, we still got to pay it. That's another thing right there. Folks don't read anymore.
Right.
I'll get my computer and I'll listen to it on the computer. My daughter, she bought me what's the name of it? It's the electrical book. You order the book and just sit there and you listen to it and everything. Hey.
Oh, okay. The audio books?
Audio book, yeah.
I do a lot of audio books myself because my eye be messing with me. So it's hard to read.
I hate folks talking to me and not seeing them.
Right, and there's AI again right there. Most of those books you listening to is actually a computer reading it to you that sounds like a human being. You know what I mean? That's another danger with them. Like all this art, and like how the directors and the producers and all the people down in Hollywood are protesting right now because AI is making movies. AI is making music.
That's artwork. That's true. But when it comes to Morgan Freeman and James L. Jones, I know their voice. I know their voice. I know when it's a computer, when it's them. But yeah, like I said, computers do the AI is doing some of everything. It's doing the music, it's doing the movies, it's basically we sit down somewhere and just you can tell AI to bring you the food. It might not be real food, but they'll bring you food.
Oh, they're finna print it out for you. Yep.
That's it. We went back to Star Trek.
Exactly. And think about what that's going to do to our next generation, because I think about my kids. My daughter's 17, my son's 11. And it's like growing up, it's like they want to suppress us as a society's creativity that God gave us. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
you can't. I don't care what kind of AI does a Mozart piece or draws a beautiful picture. It ain't gonna be anything better than what my daughter can do, or
Right.
what my son can do, or a human being. You know what I mean? They're really trying to, but it's easy. And you can even see on like most YouTube videos, the thumbnails. All they're doing is just typing in the references for what they want to see. Boom, AI generated a cool little masterpiece for the thumbnails. And it's
True
like
that.
it's convenient for people, but for me and my thumbnails, man, it takes me like an hour or two just because I'm sitting there, I'm photoshopping and putting this here, that there. It's part of our creativity. They're trying to take it away from us.
Well, me, I'm keeping simple, stupid. That's me. Even concerning this computer and everything, I like to keep it simple as possible. Print meat and printed
I
meat
just
and vegetables better to
yeah,
learn to repair freezer. Hey,
I watched an article last night, J3. It was with what's that guy's name over in Israel, Netanyahu. Sorry if
mhm.
that's a flag word, I don't know, but he was sitting there doing a walkthrough through one of these new factories they got, and man, they was sitting there printing out steaks, and man,
Well, my only thing
man,
to that, everybody that's on the chat or wherever else, my thing is you become a vegetarian, or if you got to have meat, raise your own animals. Learn how to
yeah,
process your own animals, and you'll live well.
yeah,
If not, you'll be eating fake steak, fake chicken. And my thing is, if you get chicken from the box store or whatever, make sure it has bones. If it don't have bones, I wouldn't buy it. I done told the wife plain and
right,
simple. Whatever meat you buy, if it don't have a bone in it, don't buy it.
yeah, or your vegetables or fruits. If it ain't got no seeds, don't buy it neither.
True that. That's why I try. Oh Lord, I forgot. I got 2 fig trees sitting in the back of my truck, and they've been sitting there since I got home. I forgot to go out and get them. Oh Lord.
Whoops.
Hopefully they be all right. I know they're gonna look a little raggedy when I go out there. Let me see. Well,
What do figs taste like, J3? I had them when I was little, and I don't think I liked them. That's why I never messed with them as an adult.
I'm not talking about the Fig Newton cookie now. They
Right,
they
right.
taste totally different than the Fig Newton cookie.
Do it taste like gin? You know how Tanqueray be tasting? Just like,
Mm, I
do it
don't know
taste
how
like that?
alcohol. I don't know how alcohol tastes. I don't drink it. But is it each one of them got their own different little taste, their own little twang to it. But
It's like
I
a
bought two
bitter
black
or a
bearded.
sweet.
I bought 2 black bearded figs today.
That's what's up.
Print meat and vegetables. Okay, okay. It's called Chat GPT, and it's super high. It can write screenplay, write tests, and result never seen before. It can write engineering space in exact minutes. Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, man, that
Nope,
Chat
I ain't gonna deal with
GPT.
that.
Right. And they trying to, whenever you open your browser to your computer, that little thing that's saying, "Hey, talk to me," whether it's Bing or Safari or any of them, they're promoting that AI. They want you to talk to it. They want you to get
Right.
more
So
familiar.
it
I
learns
skip
your
it.
voice and everything.
Exactly. I skip it myself.
Right.
And the WHO as well has had AI write their own version of a Bible too.
Well,
Man,
that's why I tell everybody since you want to say it, I want to get the oldest Bible I can. The oldest Bible I got is 1926, and that's what I'm gonna stick with. That's closest to the
there you
original
go.
compared to what we got now.
Now you believe in the Ethiopian Bible, the oldest Bible known to man? Well, supposedly.
Never
I
read it.
don't know how it works.
Never read it.
Well, it's got the extra books in it basically. I'm not trying to go on a spiritual thing. I don't
No,
know. I don't mess with it, but It's got like the Book of Enoch, which explains more of Genesis. But again, I don't know about it enough. But
That's
it
what I'm
was some
saying. If I never read it, I don't know about it, and I ain't gonna discuss it because I don't know nothing
right,
about
right, right.
it. But
But
now I know
that's a
about the King James version. Uh,
right.
what is the? I'm catching. Sweet Thumb say he catching deers. Yes, get your own meat. Make sure. And Kason said
Sure.
if you want boneless, buy it with the bone in, cut the bone out.
There you go. Exactly.
Well,
Sweet.
she said, don't throw them away. I done learned that about all the fruit trees and everything. When the frost hit it, they die, but do not throw it away. Put it on the side, leave it alone, water it every now and then, and I guarantee your figs grow back. Ask me how I know. I got a fig that's sitting out there in my front yard. It's been catching the frost ever since 2017. Every time the frost comes, I don't wrap it, don't do nothing to it. It freezes. Each year it comes back looking prettier and bigger.
Yeah, regenerative Chat GPT 5 is coming out at the end of the year with its own robot attached to it.
Sharon Tyreman, how y'all doing? Chat GT has been powerful and learned much more on government than actually put in limitations because they know. Okay. Now, see, that's another thing right there. All this AI, I got to catch up with it as well.
Oh man,
There's
it'll
so
mess
much.
with your mind.
Yeah.
Whew.
Yeah. Gone.
But as a man of faith, though, you know what I mean. It shows you the signs even more clearer of
Yes.
the times that we're in. You know what I mean. If you got an entity like
Hands in the
AI,
dirt. You be blessed. Have a good night, bro. Go ahead.
all right, hands in the dirt. Have a good one, man. It basically, to me, and you know, as a man of faith, it just makes the signs even more clearer. And everything and if you really look at the big picture, technology has not improved our ways of life. It has hindered our ways of life and made us more
Right.
lazier to where we're not using our hands, we're not growing our own food, we're not even speaking to our children because we got this little device we can put in their crib, in their bedrooms, in their whatever, and we're
Yes.
stuck on our devices to where we're, you know what I mean, we're texting each
Yes.
other to talk to each other now, and we're in the same house, you know what I mean.
Right.
So it's honestly dividing us more than anything else has divided us throughout history.
True. Silver never quit. How you doing, sis? One thing to say about that is I've seen it now, even when after the child is finished breastfeeding and everything, the mama put the phone down and they let the phone babysit. When they turn 1 year old, they get their own iPad or
Yep.
some kind of tablet. So that tablet is babysitting them, and you doing what you want to do, and the iPad is babysitting the child. The child is learning the iPad and everything, learn what it like to watch on and everything. When it turned 2 or 3 years old, give me my iPad, mom. I want to, mom, dad. I
Right.
want. You want your iPad, plain and simple.
Right. And
We,
you sorry.
as you know, I got a new grandbaby, and my daughter, she called today. She was talking to my wife about some stuff, and she said, well, "You got to stop doing this, and you got to stop doing that." But it's her very first baby, so you want to be real careful. And sometimes somebody look at you like you're treating it like a little doll. You want to hold it to you and everything. But
Right.
I understand a woman wants to take care of that baby, but then sometimes my daughter, she started teasing me. She said, when the baby start crying, you know I gotta hold it because you tell us no crying, no crying. Yeah, I tell my kids that all the time. You big enough. If you're outside, I don't want to hear you crying. I want to hear you screaming unless something's wrong. You don't need to be screaming if there's nothing wrong.
Right. Yeah. That's when you let them cry.
My,
They'll
my
get used
third
to them.
my third oldest grandson, he's 9 now, and they used to take the 4-wheeler and way in the back of my property, you can't see, there's trees and everything. They would go down the far side of my property, come back, and all we heard was somebody screaming and crying. I got on a four-wheeler. I went back there. Folks jumped in the cars, went back there and everything. My third oldest grandson, he's up under the four-wheeler. The four-wheeler is sitting on his head.
Oh,
Yeah. I said I wish I would have took pictures of it, but my thing was, let's get this four-wheeler off his head.
right.
And he's 9. This happened. He was 7, 8, one of them. But he will not drive a four-wheeler. He would have his brothers drive him, but he will not drive it.
Now you get hurt, or was it just kind of like leaned up? Like
No, he flipped it, and it landed on his head. No injuries and nothing. It was just laying on his head.
Oh, okay. I was wondering why you wanted to get a camera.
It was his. It was the seat that was actually laying on his head. He actually flipped it, and when he flipped, it landed on his head.
Yeah.
Locked in 30 years criminal. Bad fun. Oh, all right.
Is it evolution or is it de-evolution though? That's my question. I think technology is actually devolving us, if that's a word. I don't believe we're evolving.
Evolving?
Yeah.
We're evolving.
Right. We're evolving as humans, but the technology is not making us evolve. I think it's making us go backwards, is basically my point.
Oh, okay.
It's making us lazier, man. It's taking us further and further away from what God intended. And if we live in the devil's world, what better way to control society than by inanimate objects teaching us? You know what I mean?
Well,
we ain't got our parents teaching us. We ain't got God teaching us.
Don't we? We got it.
Right.
We're on it now.
Well, that's what I mean. Like, as long as you use them as tools, but like you was just saying, the baby's old enough, you give them the iPad to be raised on. Just think about a generation or 2 generations from now where they didn't know anything about anything in the outside world. It's just all through technologies, all through these. So they're not going to know the tangent world.
Yeah, I remember when how was it? It was a commercial. How can we go to China or another country and all that? Now we can sit right here in our living room and go straight to China. It's right here in front of us.
Yeah, they got 4K walks. Shoot, I'll be watching that sometimes. Somebody just walking through downtown Tokyo, with a 4K camera, and you're just looking at everything. I mean, yeah, exactly. And then with the what is it, the Apple goggles with the virtual reality, all that stuff, that is our future. To me, that is not, again, that's not evolution. But as long as we know that it's a tool, you know what I mean? The next generation coming up, and thankfully not my children, but most people's children, they don't see it as a tool. They see it as a way of life. They rather pick up an iPhone than a basketball or a rock or a stick. They'd rather, have something plugged in.
We just okay. Yeah, you're absolutely correct. Let me read this last one. This is gonna be it. Sweet Thumbs.
Oh, wow.
I don't think it's devolting at all. It is, the world has always been getting worse. It is getting worse, or it that just how it is. We just don't have the ability to appreciate it's not worse to a baby. True enough. There's nothing worse to a baby because they're a baby.
Right.
But when their body increased to grow and their mind increased to grow, hey.
And I agree with your chat. It's not the technology, it's the human beings behind it. But ask yourself this: the iPhone, or however you're watching this, if you actually traced its parts back to the origins of its parts, and you got this little boy that's 5 years old in the Congo, and he actually had to dig into a tunnel and get the cobalt and all the materials that's needed to watch us on, would you be okay with watching it on that device, or is it okay because we could just, block it out of our minds?
Well,
because that's what technology is.
Plain and simple. I don't accept nobody using children inappropriately. I believe that a
Right.
child should be used as a child, let them grow and get knowledge, not used as slave to go in holes and get the stuff that we're enjoying
Right.
now.
Right, but wouldn't they stop doing that if we as a collective stop buying it? I mean, I
True
know,
that, but
you know,
let's be serious. With the way things are now, and the way that the economy is, and the way that things are going, uh, how is it technology controlling us, or we controlling technology? This is some of the stuff that we feel we need because I wants to know what's going on with ghetto. I wants to know what's going
right,
on with
right,
regenerative. I wants to know what's going on with casing. Different people. We just want to know. We just want to see each other and we want to conjugate in this community and everything. So therefore, we have to put up with certain things for the simple reason is we want to communicate with each other, plain and simple.
right, right, right,
And that comes to the point is sometimes our wants are worse than our needs.
right, exactly. And again, I'm not against it because obviously I'm using it. I just think
That's
I
it.
think I think we as humans need to know moderation as well as technology as a tool, like you said, to check out, check on J3, check on Virginia, But as long as we use it as a tool, but
Well,
a lot of
that's what Jenna said. We have to use this
right,
to our benefit. We're not using it that AI can achieve, but we're using it to our benefit.
right, exactly. There's a difference from when you wake up and boom, you're attached to that black screen, or you use it as an alarm clock to wake you up and you don't even check your messages for a few hours because you're too busy, spending time with God or making breakfast or, either we're a slave to it or vice
Well,
versa. So
well,
yeah, that is a big question.
they kind of use it that way too, because what they do, they took and put the Bible on the phone, on the computer, same thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But
Now I listen to the Bible though on my stuff. Like I said, I use it as a tool. I do listen to, you
that's
know,
it. We're gonna use it as a tool, but we're not gonna let it control us. We're gonna try to control it the best we can.
right.
Uh, and like I said, folks, the two topics tonight: what are you holding on that's holding you back? And we have control of technology, or do it have control of us? And my thing is, think about it. All the stuff
Amen.
that's in front of us, think about it. Ghetto, I want to thank you for coming up. I enjoy you, bro.
I
You have
appreciate
a
you, brother.
good
You
one.
have a good one, man.
All right. Peace. Everybody in the chat, I thank you for coming in. I'm glad to see you. I want y'all to be blessed. And as Regina said, you use technology to your benefit. Don't let it use you. uh Sweet thumbs. Yes, I'm AI. I'm all one. Y'all be blessed. Y'all have a good day. And I'll see y'all in these streets. Be blessed, everyone.